Do you like seeing the boogeyman hanging out with cryptids rolling dice in your front yard? I know I do. If you want to see all the crazy things happening right outside your house, check out TNVC.com.
Howdy folks, welcome to another O.S.D video. I'm Jeff Gonzalez with AR15.com. If you're joining us for the first time, O.S.D stands for Observational Skills Development. We're exploring videos of defensive gun uses and other violent encounters we find on the internet to break them down and add the training component. We're not here to Monday morning quarterback anyone. Instead, we're going to observe the video, break down the elements of the situation, and develop drills we can take to the range to improve our skills. In this video, our victim is being approached by a would-be carjacker while in a transitional space. Aside from the situational awareness discussion, our shooter reacts defensively from retention while trying to improve his position and being on the lookout for more bad guys. The skills needed in this situation are quickly retreating, drawing and firing from retention, and seeking cover. For this drill, we'll be practicing both the simple and complex versions to help build upon each skill as we move along. And we always want to ensure safety is first and foremost by practicing the firearm safety rules anytime we're handling firearms.
Live fire drill number one. Here's what we got. We're gonna have a target downrange. It's gonna start as a contact target. My good guy, Josh, is literally gonna be in physical contact. He's gonna put one hand on the target, then lay it at his side. That's gonna represent our close contact field. Then on my command, shooter is immediately gonna start to move and draw simultaneously. He's gonna move straight to the rear. Now this could simulate a lot of different things. We're moving straight down a channelized area, or in this case, we're moving down the long side of a vehicle, right? So we can't really move in a lot of areas. Could be in a parking lot, could be a lot of different scenarios. So as you move back, I want you to engage as you're moving with 5 rounds, right? Your limit of advance is going to be right here at about 10 yards, which is, bumper to bumper, a full-size, Texas-style truck or super large SUV, one of the two. So that's where we're trying to get to the back of that vehicle. Load and make ready, shooter. All right. Shooter ready. Stand by. Go! Nice. That was 6, but that's okay. I know you can't count public school math.
Hey, man.
All right, not bad. The first thing you did, though, was you went for your gun.
Yeah.
Instead of stepping. Instead of moving fast. Go! Moving, ceasefire. What I want to see is literally it's like, oh shit, and then I'm moving.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I want to see. Because that's the oh shit moment.
Because it's a really adverse reaction, right?
Right.
Close distance.
So we have to think about, what am I training myself? Am I training myself to stand my ground and shoot? Or am I training myself to react to the contact and get some distance?
Yeah.
Right? But think about the way that we train on a firing line. Pretty static, pretty non-dynamic.
Sure.
We need to be dynamic because we're working in a dynamic environment. All right, so that's drill number 1. Let's get set up for drill number 2.
Can we take?
Tape, please.
It's like, I wanted my first shot to be a headshot, and it was.
Well, the reason that you did, and here's the thing, you programmed that in your head, which is why you did not immediately start to move.
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty damn good shot.
Right. Because there was this pause while you kind of you went bang, and then you started to accelerate.
Yeah. I tell you what. That first one's probably stopping the fight, but
it could.
Yeah.
In this video, what we're going to be simulating is a contact scenario where the good guy is literally going to be inside contact range. In this case, the difference is that the shooter is going to have to draw to close contact, or what we call contact ready, and fire 2 shots first. Then he's going to start moving to the rear And as he's moving to the rear, he's going to be able to affect a two-hand grip, improving his chances of getting good hits. Give us a failure drill. So that's 2 to the body and then 1 to the head. All right, so let's see how it looks live. Stand by. Go. Nice. Good. Holster up.
I literally thumbed the back.
You did. And the reason that happened was that you took your thumb and you brought it up and you slid it over behind.
When I did this, I never brought it over.
So Taylor, that's another reason why I'm not a big fan of that claw grip.
Yeah.
Because you don't get the thumb behind, so that when you draw it out, your thumb is not behind the actual, or your thumb is behind the slide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The claw method, where instead of coming down and actually penetrating between your body and the gun, you just put the thumb exactly.
My slide.
Yes. And that's what will happen if you're in that close contact. Go. Nice. Holster up. So, in your case, it wasn't bad.
I tried to get it up back.
You did. But what ended up happening was you were right here.
Okay.
So you came high, you came good, but it's not bad. But we want to be right here.
Yeah.
We want to be all the way up in here.
I felt like I was further back than I was comfortable, so it seemed like I was.
Well, a better way of
closer.
saying that is further back than you're used to,
Totally.
Yeah.
right? Because you're used to that other method, which makes you comfortable. So trying to do something that's different is just different. But that gives you that kind of heebie-jeebies.
My comfort zone.
Yeah. All right, so a couple things. We talked about some problems that we can see with our draw stroke, right?
Yeah.
First, we've got to be able to do a one-hand clear. I mean, I cannot emphasize that enough. You're at this close range. If this guy's reaching for you, grabbing you, doing something, that hand, your weak hand is your live hand to protect you, right? So it's got a lot of activities, a lot of jobs, right? In this case, the job number 1 is don't get shot. That's why we put it on top of our head. But it could also be I'm pushing, I'm pulling, I'm grabbing, I'm holding. I could be like we were doing with the unarmed friend. I could be guiding somebody behind me. I have to have that one-arm draw stroke. The other thing is the difference between a claw method and being able to actually penetrate between your body and the slide. Yeah. You got to be able to get that thumb in there, and for this reason. And a lot of times what we do is we will make concessions, we'll justify, or we will gloss over something because, well, every time I'm doing this and I'm trying to work for my 1 second, my sub 1 second draw, that's not allowing me to do it, right? But we have to put in context that if you're at this danger close range, my gut tells me that you're probably not going to see a big difference inside that 3-yard line, right? Which is the most important part because so then if my accuracy is not really affected by either one of them, which do I want? I want to start moving. Sure. I want the one where I move first, then get my sight picture. Does that make sense?
Cool.
Go. Okay, good. Holster up. So I don't want the headshots because that's slowing you down.
Okay.
I want body shots. I want them to be a little bit faster and what I mean by faster is I want you to shoot as fast as you can get the hits.
Okay.
Even though you're moving, I want you to still get your hits.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Shooter. So this time, move, sight picture, start firing. 5 to the body. Ready? Go. Nice. Nice. See the difference?
Yes.
Go. Good. And holster. So did you see how he got his sight picture, or he started to
It's like a half start. It's like a cheater start.
Yeah.
You like
I didn't find the dot initially for a second.
That's okay. All right. So this time you're going to start moving. Then once you're moving, you may then get your sight picture.
Okay.
Go ahead, draw the gun. All right, shooter ready. Stand by. Go. Nice. Just getting the body moving first is a way better tactic than trying to get to the gun and then try to shoot while I'm moving.
Yeah.
So just get the body moving, and then everything else kind of starts to fall into place. Because honestly, the accuracy is really not an issue, right? They're both not that big of a deal. But what's the better option? To create space, to create distance, that's always going to be the better option.
Being stationary is bad.
Yes. And what's funny is that both of you, like, the way that the drill should have gone for both is it would have been like, from the ready, now I move. But both of you kind of did this thing where,
I can't find training. It tells me to move. That means it's starting to slowly take effect.
Yeah.
It feels awkward to not try to move.
Yeah. But it was funny. I was like,
I didn't know because I obviously didn't get to see my run on his. It was literally like someone was pulling on his back.
yeah.
Right as he's coming up.
Yeah.
I was like, don't move.
I want to move. Yeah. All right, so live fire drill number 3. And now you need to start thinking about 2 new things. Where's my closest piece of cover? So all of these shoot threats are now going to be a form of cover, right? You're going to need to move to the closest one. Wherever you end up, when you're done with those first 5 rounds, you need to move to the next closest piece of cover. Once you're behind cover, we need to top off. So some form of ammo management. Can be a speed reload, can be a tactical reload. I don't care, but you need to first neutralize the threat, move to cover, ammo management. Does that make sense? We're not necessarily looking for contact shots at this point. What we're looking for is to try to get away, right? So you can shoot a contact shot if you want. Like what I mean by that is you can shoot from contact position and then start moving. Or you can just start moving and shoot.
I see.
All right? So that's what I meant by you kind of have a choice of what you want to do. You're going to start with your hand here, and if you choose to start moving, then you can go for a 2-handed. If you choose to shoot from contact ready, your hand is in a safe position. Right? Another thing too is that this actually doubles, this gets into the combative side of the house, but you want this hand to actually serve a purpose. This is not only a safety position for when we're doing this drill, but this is how we actually get into a vertical elbow to protect ourselves here, or I come across with a horizontal elbow to protect myself. So right here, I want to keep this elbow pointed at my target because this is going to also act as a little bit of a shield. All right? So if Josh is trying to come in on this pointy elbow right here, but if he's trying to move in, he's got to move past that pointy elbow.
Good luck clinching unless you defeat this.
Right.
Yeah.
So this acts as a frame. It also puts it here. But if my elbow's out like this,
yeah, you're getting punched and then the
well,
clinch
yeah,
happens.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't have a real frame or any kind of defensive posture. Go! All right, holster up. Go! The 5 shots would have neutralized the threat. In Josh's case, he fired 6 because he can't count, and then he fired a shot afterwards because he can't follow instructions.
Insurance.
And you'll see it on the video. You kind of, the reason for this is because
I was a little closer.
yeah, you literally almost did a
I was
contact
moving-
shot.
I was
If we
moving
watch
back
that
and
video,
extending.
it's almost a contact shot. The only thing, the point behind this drill is twofold. Number one, kind of get the opportunity to free flow through this contact scenario. And then number 2, puts you in a situation where, you know, priority of work. Got to understand the priority of work. This is target number 1. This is the known. We know this, right? So I need to neutralize this threat first. Once I do that, I need to start working at improving my position and improving my weaponry, right? So I can improve my position by looking for cover. But I may not be able to improve my weapon because all I have is a handgun, but I can top it off, right? Which is kind of like a subsection to improving my weaponry is topping that thing off so it's ready to go. Okay, so that's the whole point behind this, is to try to give you the opportunity to feel like almost a full mission profile, doing everything from start to finish.
Cool.
And also to see how you would respond at this close contact range, what you would kind of do. Because
we're shooting.
Yeah.
I mean,
smoking this guy.
it's,
yeah.
I mean, I cannot tell you how many times when we put people up close and personal, we kind of put a lot more on their plate. What we see most of the time is this. Just stick the gun right in the target. Contact shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super, super common. And it's common because, number one, we see it a lot in like movies, television, stuff like that. We see that. That's like a thing. But number two, it is a visceral response to a threat. Yeah. And that is exactly push away. Yeah. I want to push away. So we're trying to take advantage of the pushing away, but change it to moving away. Yeah. And move away fast and move away with my ability to return fire accurately.
That was wild. Even just 2 or 3 reps of him being like, move first. And now it feels weird not to. Like, cause in the beginning, I thought it was like, I didn't notice it until you pointed it out. I probably stood, drew my stance, checked the wind, took the shot, and then moved. And then the second time I felt myself moving more, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a huge difference.
It's a big difference.
In time and distance.
Oh, yeah. the amount of distance that you can. And the idea is this, okay? Obviously, we're not going to be able to outrun somebody that's moving forward and not moving to the rear.
Sure.
But if you look at enough of these videos, you see the majority of them, folks are moving to the rear. When you can get enough distance to get the gun out, the likelihood of them continuing to aggress you greatly reduces.
Yeah.
Big time. So yes, somebody can outrun you if they're charging at you at full speed. But as soon as you can get that gun out, you can start to engage with contact shots, contact ready, right? Then I can move to another position that we have is coming to that compressed ready and shooting from compressed ready. And then as I continue to move, I can then fully create my gun mount and then return fire accurately through my sight system, right? So contact ready, compressed ready, those are big in our draw stroke. That's why it's a 4-count draw stroke, right? Target, I'm shooting already with my sights. Compressed ready, I can shoot from this position. Contact ready, I'm definitely shooting from that position. And then from the holster is the last position, which technically you're not shooting unless you shoot yourself, which you shouldn't do. Yeah. So that happens.
Thanks again, everyone. We really appreciate you watching and supporting the series. Give us some feedback or share your experiences while running these drills in the comments down below. Please make sure to like and subscribe and share these videos. And if you know of other videos that would make for great reviews, email them to OSD@AR15.com. Until then, I'm Jeff Gonzalez. Stay safe or be dangerous.